The rules are simple. You lose your credits, you lose. In the last episode, I tried to create an impressive epic short film using only free credits from RunwayML with Gen 2 video and failed miserably. Unfortunately, Gen3 Alpha is only accessible for paying subscribers of Runway. So this time we will actually purchase a paid subscription and try the challenge once again. Chances are that we have practice now and better chances to hit a new milestone along the way. So stay tuned. I promise you will take at least 2 things out of this video that will prevent you from wasting your precious credits on bullshit commands. Let's go. We are at the homepage from RunwayML. Look at this bait. Introducing Gen3 Alpha, fast and controllable, next generation text to video. Get started. When you try to get started, you have to upgrade, but this time we will do that. Let's go. I want to go monthly. They are throwing the yearly subscription in your face. That's actually a dark pattern, but let's roll with it. I want to go monthly. 625 credits per month. That means Gen3 Alpha consumes 10 credits for 1 second. That means we have 60 something seconds. No, that's not enough for us. Let's take the Pro model. 250 credits every month, up to 10 seconds of Gen3 Alpha, yada yada yada, assets, unlimited video editor projects. That's good. Okay, cool. Let's do that one. I will skip the part where I pay because obviously I don't want to leak my credit card info. No, let's skip to the point where I have the subscription. Oh yeah, we had 2 credits left from the free version, which I couldn't spend because 2 credits are worth nothing. So we have 2,652 credits. So the rules are simple. If I don't have enough credits to do further prompts, the game is over and we have to work with what we have created until that point. But I think 2,600 credits are way better than the 500 I had in the free version. So let's roll with it. We have the Gen3 Alpha UI here. So here we can switch to Gen 2 again. Why would I do that? To save credits. Okay, the info. Oh, I don't want that. All right, describe your shot or view guide. You know what? We don't want the guide. We don't want to read guides because that's not challenging. Okay, so what do we have here? We have the prompt window. It's very simplistic, way different than the Gen 2 one. Just to compare, the Gen 2 one was something like this. You could include an input image. Here's your prompt. Lots of settings here. When we switch back to Gen3 Alpha, then we have only the prompt, no movements, 10 seconds as a default. We will get back to that. Significantly less settings in here. Let's check the settings. Okay, we have the fixed seed. We know that from before, but I will repeat. The fixed seed is a principle where you can have a seed from the video you are creating right now. Keep that seed for subsequent creations to have them in the same context, have them know what you have created before. And if you prompt it in a way that it should relate to that prior generation, it should work. So like a memory, a little memory brain cell. Okay, let's try to work with a fixed seed because we want to have a short film that has scenes which correlate to each other. So let's fix the seed. I'm being honest with you, with us just starting off, I would stick to 5 seconds and play around a little. So let's stick at 5 seconds. What do we have here? Custom presets. You don't have any custom presets because in Gen 2 there was this style and you could choose from cinematic, abandoned, abstract sculpture, advertising, claymation, anime, architectural, duotone, digital art, things like that. We don't have that here. So this is pretty raw. Describe your first shot. What I've learned is that you have to really divide your prompt into distinct areas of filmmaking commands. So like the camera motion should be clearly distinct from the object or the main focused scene, and maybe even explicitly describe what's happening in the background. So let's just try something. We don't have to use it later, but just for the jokes, let's say 55mm lens is the camera. Mid-years-old female with pink hair, wearing glasses with spikes on the frame, looks into the camera as if she knows that a mysterious Curious at moody style. Okay, let's try it out. I think this is not too hard, but not too easy either. So let's see what happens. Okay, we are in the queue right now. When a video is queued, it will take a few minutes, sometimes only one. So that's not particularly long, but I will skip the queuing in the videos just for the sake of time saving. Click. So here we are. Okay, this looks way better than Gen 2. Let's check the result. Okay. Yeah, this is really realistic. I imagined something different, but maybe I have to refine my prompt. Let's try it with stopping this. Let's just say animate style. Oh, also we lost 50 credits. Yeah, so 10 credits per second. 5-second video, 50 credits. We are at 2,552 credits right now. I'm skipping to the result again. All right, here we have it. Yeah, this is way more stylized. Let's check it. Okay. What the fuck? This is just an image with a can burns. Well, that was lazy. Okay. A little bit disappointing, but maybe I should refine it to have some kind of movement. Okay, let's try to have a camera in the back of the person and follow her through the town. Handheld camera. Mid 20 years old, female with pink hair, wearing glasses with spikes on the frame, walks through a steampunk town at night. City is alive and busy. People are passing by the protagonist and walking into the direction of the camera. Half anime, half realistic style. Okay, let's try this one. I'm not sure what this will result into, but it could be nice. Let's generate it. Click. All right. Okay, I'm not sure if that will be from the back of the person, but let's see. All right. I mean, okay, the video quality is really impressive. That's really good video. I think I can work with this. Okay, so now let's try to have another scene. Okay, maybe we can use that as the second scene, but now I want to have handheld camera and over the shoulder like this. Okay, let's try that one out. The latest point that the model should have understood how I meant that the camera should be like over the shoulder, like I prompted right now, would be at the point when I said people are passing by the protagonists and walking into the direction of the camera. Like they are walking away from the camera right now. When we check it again, yeah, they are walking away from the camera. But maybe it confused the prompt a little bit and read it like the walks into the direction of the camera. I think we have to be a little bit more careful about these parts. But let's see. That's definitely not the girl we had in before. And that's the hardest part about Gen AI, I think. Because having scenes that correlate with each other, and having characters in these scenes, that's a pretty hard one, without passing images from Midjourney or things like that, which is not possible at Gen 3 Alpha at this moment. So let's check it out. Okay, I mean, but it's still in the wrong direction. Am I at the fault? Am I the problem? Maybe we switch to only over the shoulder, mid 20 years old, female with pink hair, wearing glasses with spikes on the frame, and everything else stays as is. Okay, I see it a little bit, and maybe the half anime, half realistic style is the problem, because it is taking like aspects of one style and aspects of the other style and switches it up differently at each prompt. Maybe we have to get rid of that, but let's see. Yeah, okay. The question is now, how can I, because I like this one a lot, how can I refer to this one? What if I reuse settings? That's an interesting one. I reuse the same prompt and see what it creates for me. Was it half anime and half realistic style? Wait, let me see the full prompt. Okay, it was. Okay, let's try it out. Alright, this is different. Yeah. Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. This is going nowhere. Maybe I have to get rid of the seed this time. Let's get rid of the seed and have a completely new prompt and try to start over again. Let me think about what angle we could try now. Okay, maybe we can show how two protagonists walk to each other, onto each other. So low angle, girl with pink hair in her mid-20s walks through a punk city at night. Neon lights, every people passing by her, moody lighting. Okay, let's try this. Let's try this one. Now, this one has this seed, right? And if I fix it now, then we should have a new context cue. I guess. I'm not sure. All right. This looks good. It's not low angle. All right. Oh, what the fuck is happening with the... Look at this. What? Yeah, it's Gen AI. What can I say? Okay. But this looks oppressive. So I'm pretty happy with that. Even though it's not low angle, but the prompt I wished to have before. But okay, sure. Let's now try to pick up the context from this. Low angle. Let's try it with low angle. Man with long black hair and silver line in with a silver line. Walks through a steampunk city at night. Neon lights everywhere. People passing by him, waiting with some degree of fear. Mood and horror lighting. Alright. The seed is fixed. I think this should be in the context and the city should at least a little bit look alike. So let's try it out. Oh, and remove this one. Alright, we have our creation. I mean, come on. That's not a long black hair with a silver line. That's long silver hair with maybe a black line, but I'm intrigued by that first impression, so let's check it out anyway. Okay, I can work with that. That doesn't look too bad. If you check this scene and afterwards this scene, we could work with that. Okay. Now, we have the fixed seed, right? Now, let's check if I can really make use of context of the seed. The girl with the pink hair, as introduced in before, turns her head and discovers something shocking. Punk city at night. The street. Zoom into her face, her eyes, which are shaking. All right. Oh my god. The fuck? What the fuck? Okay. That already looks crazy. Let's see. That's over dramatic. Why isn't it zooming? That's hilarious. Oh my god. Yeah, Gen AI. What can I say? Let's try that one again. 55mm. Okay, 55mm. Or you know what? Let's say, you know what? Let's say close up. Handheld camera. The girl with the pink hair, as introduced before, turns her head while walking on the street of the steampunk city at night and discovers something that grabs her attention. Let's try this one out. By the way, When we have created something with Gen 2, it was clear that these models were trained on like stock footage, stock video, stock images, things like that. But on Gen 3, I have the slight feeling that it's really making up things. Like having a training set with maybe stock video and stock images, but morphing it into new aesthetics and visuals, which is really impressive when thinking about an AI. It's like having an AI, an assistant, and AGI, and general intelligence that can improve by itself or do something it wasn't taught to. But let's see here. We have our result. This is not the girl we introduced, but let's see. Okay. It's really hard not to be able to work with sample images that you can feed the model to, because it will make up a new visual for every prompt, and it doesn't seem like the context from the seed has any effect on it. So maybe let's just remove the seed and try that one again. Almost everything I wrote in the prompt, it picked up almost everything I put into the prompt. Like the close-up is there. It is handheld camera mode because it's a little bit shaky, but not too much. The girl has pink hair. It doesn't know what girl has been introduced before, so that's not possible. Does she turn her head? Yeah, slightly. Maybe she's walking, we can't see. And something grabs her attention, but in a way I didn't intend to. I was more like grabbing her attention because it's shocking or revealing, but she seems to fall in love with her opponent. But yeah, okay, we can work with that. Let's try it again, modify it to the girl with the fully pink hair and see what this gets us.
Hi there, I absolutely love telling stories.
Hell no. Okay, there are lots of...
Okay, I'm ready to head off on an amazing adventure.
Hi there, I absolutely...
Emotional, Ella?
Hey, I'm Ella. Sorry I'm late, but I'm ready to roll.
Characters?
Oh, me? I'm Claudia, and you are?
Tom here, and I'm ready to break down today's headline.
Okay, I'll tell you, but you have to keep it a secret.
Okay, this one is not that bad. I must be honest, this one is even better. This one is way better. Okay, I'm happy with this. I'm really happy with this one. And we are already generating our lip sync, our first lip sync. Let's see how good the lip sync is working, actually.
I've waited for you. I've waited for you.
Okay, that's great.
I've waited for you. I've waited for you.
And I think it costs around 20 credits. So let's keep the lip sync out of the way for right now and do that at the end with our best shots and our best scenes. All right, now let's do the same thing with the man. The man with silver long hair, because that's what we are rolling with now. We're adjusting to what we have been provided before, so let's roll with the silver hair. I don't know. Turns his head, stops walking by the street of the steampunk city at night, and his eyes are widening in joy of what he sees in front of him. Moody horror lighting. Alright, we have to restart the video, but not the prompts, because I broke my complete setup. So good piece of advice for all of you: don't buy a photo camera to record videos. If you want to make long YouTube videos, buy proper gear. So from my phone, we are good to go. We have more or less lost the last prompt results, but I think we will go into another direction this time. I thought about what we could improve. Our last prompts were pretty much very open. It seemed like the model needed to create a scene with the person I described, with the city I described, and with passengers. It probably just didn't know what to do with these parameters that I have not set in stone. So what we will try now is much more detailed prompts and see if that's any better. So we have to revamp everything up. We will stick to 5 seconds. I'm not sure. Do we have more credits now? Weird. Okay, I didn't buy any, so maybe just stick with it. Let's just stick with it. Okay, we have the fixed seed. For now, let's try to leave the fixed seed out. Let's try to not use the fixed seed, but just play around a little. Now we want to see how much more capable the new model Gen3 Alpha is compared to the Gen 2 model from my last video. So I will use the same prompts that I used in my previous video, and we will compare the results side by side and see if the model is more capable to understand what I want to do or just creates the same BS in higher fidelity. So one of the prompts were cinematic action, documentary film style. A programmer sits in front of the computer and regrets his life choices. Suddenly he gets up and break dances. Ambient room lighting. Without further ado, let's try this one out. And this is a perfect prompt where you can really be sure that the stock video on which those models are trained will come in handy. Okay, let's just skip to the result. And here we have it. Okay, this looks definitely more realistic than the old one. Let's just check it and then compare it side by side. Oh man, okay. That's amazing. And you will see why in just a second. Look at this video. Okay, yeah, this pretty much programmer sits in front of computers. Not on a desk, not on a chair, but technically that is correct. And then suddenly he gets up and breakdances. Great. That's just great. Let's see the Gen 2 result for the very same prompt. This has nothing to do with getting up and doing breakdance. But this is actually pretty good. I have a little bit more trust in this model now. Okay, let's try other prompts that were failing miserably with Gen 2 and try it out with Gen 3. The next one was cinematic action again, documentary film, a cat jumps desk and accidentally pushes a button on the keyboard of a computer, which makes the monitor screen go red with an exclamation mark on it. Ambient room lighting. Okay, in the last prompt we had those presets like you can see here, and we chose a preset style and selected it to be in anime style. We can't do that here. In all cases the result will be different, but the cat didn't really do what I prompted it to do. So let's see if this one is near to the prompt I have given to the model. Let's generate it and skip to the result. Okay, this looks much better than the last one. Let's check it. That's cute. All right, what we can see here is lots of boxes are checked. Lots of boxes. There's a cat. And this movement could be interpreted as accidentally pushing a button on a keyboard. So in the first frame, you're not sure what this is going to be, but the second frame explains it pretty good because we can see the cat is in front of a computer monitor and makes a movement that seems like moving the right leg to the front. And when you see the second screen, you have pretty much the context that there will be probably a keyboard that the cat accidentally pushes a button on. And the monitor turns red with an exclamation mark. All these boxes are checked. That's pretty much exactly what I expected it to be. But the cat doesn't jump on the table. So that one is missing. But pretty good anyway. Let's check the Gen 2 result for the same prompt. So yeah, nothing really happens here. The cat sits on a table, morphs into something else, and the whole room turns red and there's no exclamation mark, so way better with Gen3 Alpha. This model is way more capable than the other one, but it still has flaws. So let's try another one that we had before. Cinematic action again. I love the cinematic action prompt, I don't know why. And film also. Maybe I was just lazy. A girl runs through a A girl runs through a labyrinth. A girl runs through a labyrinth of bushes. Horror movie lighting. And that's it. So let's generate it. So this one is partially abstract, but there are real labyrinths consisting of bushes in the real world. So it's not that hard. Let's see and find out, because the labyrinth of bushes was actually not that bad at Gen 2. But the running through the labyrinth of the girl was... You will see. You'll see. Okay, let's skip to the result again. Oh, okay, this looks really good. Wow. Wow. Okay, I'm pretty amazed. Yeah, is a girl and she is running through probably a labyrinth that is made out of bushes. It's like third person view and over the shoulder shot, and the camera is following the girl. And the model interpreted that I want to have a shot like that. Let us compare it with the Gen 2 result for the same prompt. So we can see it here. I think the new model is definitely better with dynamic movements, with objects that correlate, like the labyrinth of bushes and the girl that runs. So now let's try to see how much control we have after we think that is nice. So maybe let's just fix the seed and say try Snorri Cam. Okay, it's generated and skip to the result. That's almost perfect. I don't know why it's like reverted, that she's running backwards, but it pretty much gave me what I wanted. I just haven't told the model that she's not running backwards. I guess that's on me, I don't know. But yeah, I like how this works. We have pretty much full control over it. This is kind of a win. Okay, let's try another prompt that we had in the Gen 2 video. This is pretty comparable. A girl runs through a labyrinth, wears a red dress, at night. Let's remove the seed again and generate it. And we will skip to the result in 2, 3, 1. I think in this video we have point A, a great challenge, and some kind of explorative way of figuring out how these models work and see what can go wrong. Instead of having a tutorial that says, here, if you enter a prompt like this, it will work perfectly. And then you enter these prompts, adjust them to have the visuals you would like to, and you're frustrated because it won't work like that. And you don't know why, because you don't learn from mistakes of these videos, but only see how it's done. But most of the time, failing is a much better teacher than winning. So we have our result. Let's check it. Okay, that's great. That's awesome. Let's compare it with the Gen 2 result of the same prompt. So if we can see here that this is a whole nother level. This is just impressive. Look at the detail of her hair. The red dress is on point, because in the Gen 2 video, it was like the dress wasn't really red, but everything else was. And here we have it like picture perfect. Red dress, labyrinth, she runs through it. It's kind of like nighttime. Yeah, I'm really satisfied with this. Okay, so let's get back to our mission. We still have the challenge to make an impressive short film before our credits run too low. And in a perfect world, I could even lip sync every scene that introduces a character and make something really impressive out of it. So let's try it. We unset the fixed seed like this. And now we will go back to my strategy I introduced before. Maybe the issue of the model was that there were scenes that had a character, which I described, a city, which I also described, but with not too many words. And there was a lot of things and a lot of freedom that the model didn't know what to do with. And we will now try to be more precise, more descriptive, and more detailed with our prompts and see if that's working any better. So let's try it with pink-haired girl in her mid-20s with a keyboard-esque sword on her back, begins to run towards the camera, taking her sword from her back and prepares an attack strike. Electricity emerges from her sword while the steampunk city around her is slowly turning dark. Dynamic motion, high angle. Okay, let's try this one out. And we will see the result in 3, 2, 1. Hi there, still here? Great. Let's check the result. Not too much is happening in here. I mean, it randomly decided to make an enemy character. And that's not a sword. The electricity comes out of it. That's okay, I guess. But the action is clearly missing. So maybe let's try it again with more details even. Let's say cam again to have it from the front and tell the model realistic style with realistic style mixed with sci-fi. Make sections like pink-haired girl in the mid-20s with a keyboard-esque sword on her back begins to run towards the camera. Next, she's taking her sword from her back and prepares an attack strike. Electricity emerges from her sword while the steampunk city around her is slowly turning dark. Dynamic motion, high angle, snorri cam, realistic style mixed with sci-fi. Okay, and we don't want this fixed seed here because that's pretty much nonsense. So let's try it again. This is the perfect example of a fake progress bar because the website cannot know how much of it is actually rendered. So I'm stuck at 91% since 5 minutes ago. So yeah, this can take a while. Wait, generation error? Your credits will be refunded. Please try again or adjust your prompt if you continue to encounter this error. Okay, maybe there were contradicting. Let's try it one more time and see if it happens again. Okay, this time it worked, but okay, what the hell? Oh, this looks really disturbing from the first frame. Let's see. What? What the fuck? I mean, yep, that's Gen AI. That is Gen AI. Maybe I gave it too many commands. There's happening too much in this scene. Look at the fingers. That's crazy. Alright, let's try it like this. We will split this scene into 2 prompts. Let's try it with pink-haired girl in the mid-20s with a keyboard-esque sword on her back begins to run towards the camera. Okay, and we will keep this for the second one. So let's try it again. Alright, here we have it. Okay, this one from the first frame, this could be it. Let's check it out. Okay, this is great. Yeah. This one is really good. Okay, maybe we can increase the detail, but not the things that happen in the visuals of the created, at least at 5-second clips. So let's try to move on at this level of detail and this level of things that can happen in one clip. So we will try out the next one. I will now fix the seed here because I really like this one. So we say the pink-haired girl in her mid-20s with a keyboard-esque sword on her back begins to run towards the camera. Let me see what was the... Let's say the pink-haired girl in her mid-20s takes her keyboard-esque sword from her back and prepares an attack strike with electricity emerging from her sword. Like this. Let's try this one with the fixed seed this time. I'm pretty excited. Because the last generation here, that's just great. It's not steampunk anymore because I mentioned sci-fi. The city is now, or the background is now a sci-fi city. Maybe I have to fix that later, but it's going in the right direction. All right, we have our next scene, which seems to start with a black first frame. Okay. This looks actually cool, but it doesn't fit the scene before. Maybe, but I said realistic style mixed with sci-fi. Okay, maybe just try realistic style. Really don't know why there's a fixed seat if it has no reference to the picture before, to the scene before. Yeah, let's try it this way. But overall, it really picks up the vibe I have planned, so it actually works. But it's really hard to have different scenes with characters you introduced in a scene before when you cannot use your own images to provide a visual to the AI model. Let's see if we can actually create an impressive short film out of this, or if we will fail miserably. Let's check out the next result. Oh, okay, this looks terrible. Yeah, no, not really. This is too realistic now. I really like the electricity effects. That's actually how I imagined it to be in the first prompt. But this is too realistic. Okay, maybe I have to... Electricity from a sort. Steampunk town in background. Dynamic motion, high angle, snorri cam. Maybe like more moody style. Something like that. Okay, let's try it out. It somehow feels like I'm wasting a lot of credits right now for this one scene, but I have a pretty strong feeling that we are getting closer to what we want to have in this scene. So let's not give up too early on this. Okay, what do we have here? There's the keyboard. I mean, yeah, that's actually fine. Obviously not the same girl, but I think we cannot make this happen. So we have to be satisfied with this one for now. Okay, next scene. We remove the fixed seed again because we are introducing a new character. Silver-haired man ascends to the sky, opening up his arms around his hands. Fire emerges and grows slowly. Zoom out slowly, reveal to the big fire bursts coming out of his hands, illuminating the steampunk city. This time we'll have it in the front. The steampunk city around him, wide angle, moody lighting. I forgot to mention that he has long silver hair. Okay, yeah. He opens up his hands. Fire emerges. I see no ascension, but maybe we can try to be more detailed. Okay. Man with long silver hair, because the aesthetic is really good, actually. So man with long silver hair ascends to the sky. Maybe we have to give a explicit camera command to it. Like something like establishing wide. Man with long silver hair ascends to the sky, opens up his arms around his hands. Okay, from his hands. Fire emerges and grows slowly. Zoom out. Okay, maybe we have to split this one too. So let's cut this one out. But make sure that the steampunk city is still in the context. So man with long silver hair ascends to the sky, opening up his arms from his hands. Fire emerges and grows slowly. Behind the man, the steam city establishes in a moody lighting. Okay, let's try this one. But keep the fixed seat because I really like what we got so far. Just a little bit more. All right, what do we have here? Let us see. Let's see. Damn, this boy's not moving. How can we fix this one? Motion, something like that. Okay, let's try it again. So once again, we can see here the model interprets what I could want to have here. I just stated that behind the man, the steampunk city establishes in a moody lighting, and with the context of the fire coming from his hands, the city is kind of burning on the right side here. And yeah, I haven't told it that it's not burning. So I guess once again, this one's on me. Just weird AI hand things happening in here. Like having 6 fingers at the start and growing 3 more at the end. But yeah, this is not really long hair, but you know what? I really like this one. Let's keep this one. Okay, then the next scene was zoom out slowly to reveal the big fibers coming out of the hands of the man with long silver hair, illuminating the steampunk city around him. Wide angle, dynamic motion, D-style. Let's try out this one. Okay, this didn't work out as I planned, but we can use this shot to have another scene. There's a little bit of morphing here at the building when we are zooming out, like here, yeah. But I think that's okay when considering that it is an AI model that is making up things on the fly. Cool, okay. But I still want that shot, so let's try it. The man with the silver hair and sunglasses to match this one stands in front of pink hair in her mid-20s and fire coming from his hands. Steampunk city, moody lighting, dynamic, slow motion. Oh wait! Oh damn it! It was so good! I just have to tell the model that they are opponents, damn it! Okay, but pretty good so far, so let's try to provide more detail. The man with the silver hair and sunglasses stands in front of a girl with pink hair in the mid-20s. Wait, the fire's on the wrong person. From the silver-haired man's hands or furious facial expressions. They are enemies. Won't get clearer than this. The Gen 2 video generation from Runway, I was almost losing my mind because it was so down bad. If you're not using Gen-3 Alpha, don't use it at all. Check out the video if you want to know what I mean. Okay, what's this? What? Yeah. Okay. I'm not pretty sure how. What the fuck? The girl has no morphs into a man with a beard or has a beard from the beginning. I fucking hate Gen AI. Alright, that's it. Sorry for that. Maybe it was because it was getting late, so let's try it again with round 3, I guess. So, as we can see, we have lost our history. Put the duration to 5 seconds again. And wait. This was the last result we've got, where I tried to have those two characters standing in front of each other as opponents, preparing to clash their weapons. And yeah, okay, I can see now why I quit it yesterday. This is horrible. Alright, let's try it again. Let's take this prompt, go back to Gen3 Alpha, put the prompt in here, but try to work with it better. So establishing wide, zoom out slowly. The man with the silver hair and sunglasses stands. Okay, I think this one is a little bit better because there's no piece, because there's no person with a microphone that kills the vibe, but still, these pedestrians are not frightened of what is happening in here. Maybe I have to be more concise. Scared and shocked of the lightning strikes. They are taking steps back from the spectacle, from the danger. Alright, let's try this one out. Okay, this is the first time that we are stuck at 91% and there was a preview, but let's see what we get this time. Yeah, okay, this is... I mean, can I be more clear? Can I be more precise on this? What do you think? Because I think this is pretty much crystal clear. People who are scared of something wouldn't walk towards it, right? What the fuck, man? Okay. Okay, maybe they are running away from the danger. Let's try it this way. I'm about to rage quit again. So at this point of this video, we will not give up, but you can already see that it is not as easy as you think. I mean, when DALL-E was introduced to the world, it did a pretty good job. And everyone would use it without having to, prompt engineer so hard to get the results they wanted to. But I understand that video is way harder than images, but this is far away from being usable for general audiences who are not trained. But let's check the result now. I mean, I can already see that this guy here doesn't give a shit. The more I want to emphasize that they are scared, the happier the people are going to be. I mean, this guy here clearly doesn't give a fuck. And this girl, and they're having a really good time. And that's clearly not what I prompted to. I don't understand, man. Okay, and it is not overhead. Maybe... Okay, what happens if we extend the clip to not have 5 seconds, but 10 seconds instead? Let's see. And that will now obviously cost twice as much as it would be when generating a 5-second video. So 10 credits per second means that this prompt now will cost me 100 credits. So it's better be worth it. But I'm not sure. Because it was not like the prompt was too detailed, too long, too many things are happening in there. So that the model needs more time to render all of this properly. But this is an experiment. So let's see what happens if I extend the video creation to 10 seconds. And we'll learn from it. And I don't make any money out of YouTube, so I'm pretty much really wasting my money here. So I hope this will be at least a good result for us right now to have this video ending with a somewhat impressive short film generated with Gen-3 Alpha text-to-video AI. Okay, we got a result. Let's see. Okay, the mood is way better. Yeah. Some people are walking away from it and even running, but as we can see here, the people who are running will pop up, but the movement is like too fast and they are, yeah, fusioning, merging, blurring into each other. And there are still frozen people in this shot. Okay, let's try a 5-second one again, and I will make it more simple and remove this part and try it again. In our last video, I was able to use the Gen 2 video model like it would be the case in the real world. So often when people are creating imagery or films with AI, they use different AI tools and combine them to get the best result. For instance, using Midjourney or DALL-E, but mostly Midjourney because it's better, to create images of characters and then feed these images to a video model, describing in a prompt what this character should do in this shot, and that way making sure that you can still use this image in a subsequent shot or scene and the characters will look alike in those two shots. This is not possible here with Gen-3 Alpha. So we have to roll with the options we get here. But still, it's an alpha. These options will surely come. Okay, we got a result. Yeah, this one is a little bit better. I think I can work with that in the post-production. I can make it a little bit more dramatic with a can burn zoom out from here, and then it could look like these people are a little bit more in panic. So yeah, let's stick with this one. Okay, now I want to go back to the scene of the elderly man. And this one will be the hardest shot so far, because if that man doesn't look alike with the man of the scene before, it won't make any sense to have it at all. So this one was good, right? Yeah, okay. I will take the seed of this creation, add it here as the fixed seed, and let me just get this prompt here and adjust it a little bit. So a moody shot of an old man with a monocle sitting. Okay, now let's make glasses out of it, because when it now creates a monocle, it won't fit with this result we got before. So sitting on an old armchair, crossed his legs, he looks directly into the camera. Old-fashioned house, lights shine into the dark room from a window on his left. Not a lamp, illuminating just enough of the room to see his torso and face. Camera zooms in slowly from wide angle shot to close up. And now maybe let's zoom out to have some variety in dynamics. And let's see. So the only thing we changed here is not to zoom in, but zoom out from a close-up shot to wide angle. Let's see what we will get from this. I'm really excited because I am sure that it won't be the same person, but maybe we can get a comparable one. Let's see. All right, almost there. Almost there. Oh, this looks very familiar to the other one. Let's just compare the first frames. Yeah, okay, I mean, I think this is as close as it gets. Let's see what the result is. Okay, well, this is actually great. So what the model is really good at is to have like portrait shots and zooming in and out. Things like that. Okay, I can work with that. I will not include the lip sync, but I will now try to make our impressive and epic short film out of what we have created in this session. So now the moment of truth. For comparison, here's what I've managed to create with Gen2 Video. And with only 48 generations, you will see the new short film generated with Gen3 Alpha in 3, 2, 1.
As always, history repeats itself.
So what we can definitely say is that Gen 3 did a way better job than Gen 2. So the old model is not superior to the new model, who would have thought. But it is still a very cumbersome process. I don't think that professional video creators have to worry that now anyone can do their job and create masterpieces of art to make them obsolete by using these new tools. At the very end, they are tools. You have to learn how to use them properly to create video masterpieces. And that's a form of profession too. I think it's not a great idea to make the watermark optional. This could make it way easier for users to spread misinformation and create misleading content. Let me know in the comments if you think that AI-generated video should be watermarked, or if aesthetics are more important to you than security and safety. In my next video, we will use the remaining credits to pen test the security guards of Gen 3. Do you think I can create misleading content without crossing the border of the content policy of Runway? Let's find out. Until then, YouTube thinks that you will like this video here too. So give it a shot if you like this one. Take care.